is over. Slip up! Contact!
Circuit right hand, QNH 1026, squawk 7365. Helicopter Golf Kilo Lima is ready to lift. Helicopter Kilo Lima, roger, left total on the 02 numbers initially, surface wind 200 degrees at 6 knots. Lift and hold 02 numbers.
Alternator showing positive charge. Bite it. Act.
Helicopter Juliet Charlie, 6 right, QNH 126,
flight with information hotel QNH 1026.
There's 2 stations at once, sir. Helicopter Juliet Charlie, we got 26 right hand 1026 7365 to score, thank you. Juliet Charlie, thank you.
Information Golf Charlie Echo Alpha Kilo on the apron, request taxi, local flight with information hotel QNH 1026.
Charlie Echo Alpha Kilo about information of high readability 5 and details correct, squawk 7365, taxi cross 32 to hold Alpha 3.
Squawk 7365 cross runway 32, hold Alpha 3, Golf Alpha Kilo.
Helicopter Kilo Lima, he can enter runway 26 and take off your discretion, surface wind 180 degrees at 6 knots. That's the runway, take off through helicopter Golf Kilo Lima.
On information Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo, on the apron, information hotel QNH 1026, request taxi.
Copy Alpha Charlie Bravo about information on readability 5, details correct, squawk 7365, taxi cross 32 to hold Alpha 3.
Squawk 7365, taxi cross runway 32 to hold Alpha 3, Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo.
Golf Juliet X-ray to sending data. Golf Juliet X-ray report, downwind. Program. Golf Juliet X-ray downwind. Golf Juliet X-ray, roger, report final. Score final, Golf Juliet X-ray. Kilo, you can go straight ahead there across the Jaeger West direct to Alpha 3.
Straight ahead, Golf Alpha, yeah.
Helicopter Golf Kilo Lima is leaving the ATZ to the north. Helicopter Kilo Lima, roger, basic service. Basic service, helicopter Golf Kilo Lima. X-ray, runway 26 right, touch and go your discretion, 2007 knots. Copy the X-ray.
Set for takeoff. Throttle friction nut for what it's worth, finger tight, mixture rich. Magnetos are on both, fuel is on and the tanks were equal. Fuel pump goes on, checking the fuel pressure. Maps as required, 2 stages, 1, 2. Gyros, that one, 280, 20. Matches. And harnesses, controls full and free. We're good.
Golf Lima Mike is Alpha 3, ready for departure. Golf Lima Mike, runway 26 right, take off your discretion, surface wind 210 degrees at 7 knots. Roger, Golf Lima Mike, taking off.
Alpha 3 ready for departure.
Golf Alpha Kilo, runway 26 right, take off your discretion, 22 or 8 knots.
Taking off, Golf Alpha Kilo. Flight information again, Golf Hotel Oscar November for join.
Golf Oscar November, hello again, patch message.
Golf Hotel Oscar November, a big special bar in Middlebrook, 1,700 feet for join.
Golf Oscar November, roger, runway 26 right, circuit right hand, QFE 1024, squawk 7365.
Right, take it right, QFE 1024, and squawk 7365, Golf Oscar.
Oscar November, traffic please to be in R22 just to the northwest of Hulton, tracking out towards the Middlebrook direction.
Roger, got it on ADXB, negative visual, Golf Oscar November.
Ready.
Golf Charlie Bravo, Alpha 3, ready for departure.
Golf Charlie Bravo, runway command report, lined up runway 26 right.
Lining up runway 26 right, Golf Charlie Bravo.
Golf Juliet X-ray downwind.
Golf Juliet X-ray, roger, report final.
Golf Juliet X-ray.
Osprey, good afternoon, Osprey 63, back with you. Osprey 63, back on information, hello again, patch message.
63, initially was still inside the Manchester zone, just on the route outside to carry out a calibration just north of Swindon Interchange before joining inbound at the moment on Manchester Court 7355.
Osprey 63, roger, that's understood. We're on 26 right, circuit right hand, QNH 1026.
QNH 1026, right to the right hand circuit, Osprey 63. Once we're complete, give you a call inbound to join.
Osprey 63, roger. Golf Charlie Bravo, 26 right, take off your discretion, 2008 knots.
Taking off 26 right, Golf Charlie Bravo.
Golf Blue Mike, downwind. Golf Blue Mike, one ahead, report final. Wilco with traffic right, Golf Blue Mike.
Air speed's alive, T's and P's are good. Protecting the nose wheel, and she flies. for 65 knots.
Golf Alpha Kilo, departure 30 to the north, staying on frequency.
Golf Alpha Kilo, roger, basic service.
Basic service, Golf Alpha Kilo.
Afternoon information, Golf Bravo, Hotel Echo.
Go away.
Bad information you just put there, taken.
Golf Echo, fuel pumps, request taxi for a short local.
Golf Echo Golf, Golf Echo Kilo, roger. I've not got a book out for you there, just confirm your PB.
Do you want me to book out the Golf Echo Golf?
If I can, I'll take your details now, just confirm your PB.
1 PLB, Golf Echo Golf.
Echo Golf, thank you. It's runway 26 right, circuit right hand, QNH 1026, stroke 736 right.
26 right hand circuit, QNH 1026, score 7365, Golf Echo Golf.
Golf Echo Golf, correct. Taxi cross runway 32 to Holden Point, Alpha 3.
Taxi 332 to Alpha 3, Golf Echo Golf.
Roger, attention rate 26 right, land your discretion 1906 knots. Tower 109 Tango Kilo, about information, hello, patch message.
Hello, we're just within the Manchester control zone. About 3 miles to the south, level of 1500 feet. Okay, we transit through the overhead, not below 1500 feet.
Number 9 Tango Kilo, roger, that is understood. Traffic information I do have for you, runway 26 right. I've got a bit aircraft just about 2 miles to the north, approaching the overhead to descend dead side, it'll be 1700 feet till he descends. Give me a call as you pass through the overhead.
Golf Charlie Bravo, departing to the north, remaining on frequency.
2 aircraft together there.
Helicopter Juliet Charlie, request taxi.
I've got to Juliet Charlie, lift, hold on the 3-2 numbers.
Let's hold 3-2 numbers, Juliet Charlie.
Golf, Lima right, runway 26 right, land door touch and go your discretion, 190 degrees at 5 knots.
Roger, Golf Lima right, landing.
Golf Charlie Bravo, departing to the northwest, remaining on frequency.
Golf Charlie Bravo, roger, basic service.
Basic service, Golf Charlie Bravo.
Golf Juliet X-ray, approaching the 02 for cross. Golf Juliet X-ray, cross runway 02, taxi to back.
Cross 02 and it'll be to the pump, Golf Juliet X-ray.
Juliet X-ray, roger.
Golf Oscar November, let's land it.
Golf Oscar November, thank you, report downwind.
Golf Oscar.
Information, hello, Golf Bravo, Whiskey Sierra Juliet, request taxi for local flight. PLB information, home to help. QNH 1026, negative transport there.
Golf Bravo, Whiskey Sierra Juliet, about information, low readability 5, details correct. Taxi cross runway 32 to Holden Point, Alpha 3.
Taxi cross 32 to Holden Point, Alpha 3, Golf Sierra Juliet.
Helicopter Juliet Charlie, you can enter runway 26, take up your discretion, steps 2310 degrees at 6 knots.
Taking off, helicopter Juliet Charlie.
Fuel pumps off, don't need to change tanks. Radio, I've got Barton and Wharton.
Mike is Bravo 2. Request
Engine temps and pressures are in the green. Check the carb ice.
Runway 02 and runway 32 to hold Alpha 3.
No rise, no ice. Direction is good. Just going to the right of Winter Hill. And altitude is good. Just keep sure it doesn't drift up towards that 2,000 feet. And don't need to make a radio call.
The Kilo Lima is 2 miles northwest of Molten VRP at 1,400 feet. Request join via Aspen.
So Dr. Kilo Lima, roger, runway 26 right, circuit right hand, QFE 1024.
QFE 1024, runway 26 right and a right hand circuit, helicopter North Kilo Lima.
Dr. Kilo Lima, traffic information for you, just reaching out towards the northwest, maybe opposite direction, there's an Augusta 109.
That's Golf Kilo Lima.
Kilo Lima, thank you.
Golf Oscar November, late Gatwick.
Golf Oscar November, report final.
Golf
Bolton under the right wing, Winter Hill in our 11 o'clock, 1,850 feet.
Golf Echo Golf, ready for departure to Alpha 3.
Golf, Echo Golf, roger, hope station.
to join via 20 special.
Osprey 6-3, roger. 26 right, circuit right hand, QFE 1024. If you're happy, finish with the Manchester squawk, squawk 7365.
7365 will go, and 26 right, right hand circuit Osprey 636.
Long for engine start, there'll be one on board, just an engineering ground load. 6151, back information, that's copied, report complete. Go, 6151. Golf Oscar November, final. Golf Oscar November, runway 26 right, land on touch and go, your discretion, 220, 4 knots. Right landing, Golf Oscar November. Golf Echo Golf, runway is occupied, report lined up, runway 26 right.
Report on 26 right, lined up, Golf.
Golf Charlie Bravo, change to water, 129.530.
Golf Charlie Bravo, squawk on spaghetti, back connect.
Squawk on computer, stand now, Golf Charlie Bravo. On and sufficient, don't need to change tanks yet. Radio is set, going to talk to water, not sure they're there. Engine temps and pressures, no sign of ice. Direction offline north towards Clitheroe, and I'm flying at 1,000 metres at 50 feet. Don't need to make a radio call. Well, there is actually going to talk to water, don't think they're there. This heading of 025 looks good for John Davison's house. Water radar, this is Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo, request basic service.
Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo, Walton basic service, QNH 1026, special details.
Basic service QNH 1026, Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo, Pier 28, Barton to Barton, via Haythorne, which is a village about 10 nautical miles north-east of Clitheroe. Altitude 1,800 feet, 5 miles north of Winter Hill.
Golf Charlie Bravo, Roger, you can transit the maps as required to flight, remain outside controlled airspace, and report complete recovery and flight.
Transit the maps as required, remain outside controlled airspace, and Wilco, Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo.
And Golf Charlie Bravo, we transponder equipped to Squawk 3641.
Squawk 3641, Golf Charlie Bravo.
1 026.
Roger, then just quickly look out for that traffic as you maneuver.
Roger, look out.
Follow 01, I'm probably going to lose 2A comms as you continue northbound from there, so I suggest you support comms security, send a turn notes, continue with your own route, quickly.
701, comms security, and we'll actually go to Scottish, even though technically it's London. Thanks very much for leaving your sir. Bye-bye.
Cheers, bye.
A little bit of terrain coming up, so I'm going to climb to 2,500 feet, I think. So TMA, temps and pressures, mixture fully rich, airspace on, full power. But we'll do a cruise climb, maintaining a heading of 030.
I'll keep a look out for light left of traffic, a couple miles northeast of the movement, currently at 2,000 feet.
Wilco, I'm climbing to 2,500, just levelling 2,500 now, next stop, Charlie Bravo. That's established at 2,500 feet, so slightly bumpier than I was expecting it to be. Visibility is pretty good. Heading of 030 seems to be working to find John's house. Just do some more freedom checks. Fuel is on and sufficient. Not just going to change tanks yet, I'll change tanks at half an hour. Radio is set, talking to Barton on the standby. Transponder talking what Orton asked. Engine temps and pressures are good. No sign of carburetor ice. Direction 02002 is good. And altitude, I've just climbed to 2,500 because of this terrain, is 1,800 feet.
Visual lever traffic.
Roger.
Radar good, half an hour, go to 3.
Call 3 hello there, QNH 1226. 1026, just approaching 1,000 feet, routing from the Morecambe Bay back to Blackpool with 10 on board. Call 23, Roger, report 10 miles. Report 10 miles, call 23.
Okay, I'm going to change fuel tanks now before I get tied up trying to locate this village and John Davidson's house. So, fuel pump goes on, pressure is good. Need to release the seatbelt to change tanks in this one. There we go. Pressure remains good. Fuel pump goes off. A little. Carburetor heat. Cruise descent will go to about 1800 RPM, just let it gently down, trim. Now that looks quite familiar from Google Maps. Slow, safe cruise.
Radar code 233, 10 miles.
Call 237, switch 28 right hand circuit back to Blackpool. You can contact Blackpool 119955, thanks.
On to Blackpool, copy the traffic, code 23.
setting course for Clitheroe, then Barton. Top of the climb. Attitude slightly hazy into the sun. Let the speed build up a little. Now we're back to 2300. Trim. There we go. Freedown checks. Fuel is on and sufficient, don't need to change tanks. Radio is set. Ponder also. Engine temps and pressures are all in the green. The carburetor ice. No rise, no ice. Direction is a good heading for Barton. 200, 200. Heading indicators aligned, and I don't need to make a radio call. Just spoke to Water a moment ago. Right, bimble back towards Barton. A little bit of height down to 2,200, but I'm happy with that. No need to climb back up. Little bit bumpy.
your Walton patch message.
Hello again, we are just over the M55, M6 junction, turning westbound towards Blackpool, remaining north of the M55. That's 2100 feet, 1026.
Roger, that's understood then. Next report leaving the frequency for Blackpool.
Okay, thank you. Forward radar, good afternoon. This is Golf Bravo November Juliet.
Golf Bravo November Oscar Juliet, Walton, good afternoon, patch message.
Well, local to the north, just passing over Morecambe Bay, just west of Bingham Station Power Station at an altitude of 3,500 feet on a QNH of 1026. I request a basic service.
Oscar Juliet, roger, basic service, the Walton QNH 1025.
Warm QNH 1025, Golf Oscar Juliet.
Golf Oscar Juliet, squawk 3642.
Squawk 3642, Golf Oscar Juliet.
I'm arriving at Barton, back over Bolton. I've got a good view of Winter Hill in about by 2 o'clock now.
Correction to be west of Beaver, Haysham.
It has 100 feet. This heading's taking me straight to Barton.
It's been a while, Golf Oscar Juliet.
Everything's looking good. Our meter's happy, suction's happy. Continually being blown to the right of my track, trying to fly 190, and every time I look I've been blown to the right, working hard to try and keep that.
Ambulance is just to the west of Inskip, 1,500 feet eastbound.
Fox is here, roger. Fox in here, visual.
Fox in here, thank you, and suggestion now score consecutively and contact Blackpool 119.955.
Yeah, we'll go, thanks for your service, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
Winter Hill. Winter Hill Mass is just in front of the right wing. Bolton coming up, 1,900 feet, so no concerns about airspace. And just preparing to change to Barton from Warton. Golf Charlie Bravo, request frequency change, Barton information 120.255.
Golf Charlie Bravo, squawk consecutive, frequent Barton, goodbye.
Squawk contiguity, frequent Barton, thanks for service, Golf Charlie Bravo.
Hopefully Mike, that's a copy of see you later, bye.
Barton information, Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo, request join.
Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo, Barton information, low pass your message.
Golf Lima Alpha Charlie Bravo, PA 28, Barton to Barton, overhead Bolton, altitude 1,800 feet for join.
Golf Charlie Bravo, Roger, runway 26 right, circuit right, the QFE 1024, squawk 7365.
Runway 26 right, right hand circuit, QFE 1024 and squawk 7365, Golf Charlie Bravo. Okay, airfield approach checks. Fuel is on and sufficient, don't intend to change tanks. Radio is set, squawking in the Barton squawk. Engine temps and pressures are in the green. No rise, no ice. Direction can be blown slightly right of track. 5 degrees to the left will do it. I'm getting bumped around a bit, so it's a struggle to set the compass. The DI against the magnetic compass. Making sure I'm below 2,000 feet, 1,700 is the overhead join, that will do nicely. And just made a radio call. Can't see the field yet, so I'm not setting the QFE. There's the ski slope in my 11 o'clock. I think I can see the field in the big stadium, the big factory rather than the stadium, so I'll go straight for that. Now that I can't see them, I'll set 1025. Get myself back up to 1,700 feet. Right.
Helicopter Golf Kilo Lima, request reposition to the fuel pump.
Dr. Kilo Lima, Roger, crossover runway there, taxi to the fuel.
Crossover runway, taxi to fuel, helicopter Golf Kilo Lima.
Golf Kilo downwind. Golf Kilo, report final. Hotel Golf Kilo.
All the familiar landmarks now, got the ski centre, got the motorway bridge, I can see the field. There's 1,700, slightly bumpy, struggling to keep it, I'll do my best. Good view of the field, overhead join. Straight at the motorway bridge.
There we go, 4 miles northwest, change 1,700 feet, request choice. Golf Tango Juliet, Roger, runway 26 right, circuit right hand, the QFE 1024. 26 right, circuit right hand, QFE 1024, Golf Tango Juliet.
not bad for 1,700 feet.
To Alpha, just by with 3 on board towards Clitheroe. Helmet 7 to Alpha, about information net, roger, runway 26 right, circuit right hand, QH 1026. Sure, 26 right, 1026, 7 to Alpha.
Final, 26 right for touch and go.
Top up kilo, runway 26 right, touch and go, your discretion, 2207 knots.
Information, Golf Charlie, India Tango Oscar, taxi for local flight please, one on board, negative transport no information, India QN8 026.
Golf Charlie, India Tango Oscar, about information, low readability 5, details correct, taxi cross runway 32, so hold Alpha 3.
That's taxi 32 plus Alpha, sorry, 32, taxi Alpha 3, Golf Tango.
Golf Charlie Bravo, descending dead time.
Golf Charlie Bravo, roger, 1 in the circuit, report to wind.
Visual, go. There's a microlight just on a touch and go, which is probably just underneath me. That's going to work out quite nicely, I think.
Helmet 72 Alpha, logic and enter Delta, and cross 26, take up your discretion, 220 degrees at 9 knots. I've got one across the wind about to turn downwind, that one just on the climb out. Roger, enter Delta and cross 26 to the north, traffic coverage thanks, 72 Alpha.
Fine information, helicopter Delta,
we go to downwind.
L1, south of speed, 2 on board, inbound from Shotton.
Helicopter Echo Zulu, about information, good afternoon. Runway 26 right, circuit right hand, QFE 1024, squawk 7365.
7365, 1024, and it's 26 right, right hand, and I'll join downwind.
Brakes, undercarriage, mixture, fuel,
Thank you, report entering the ET
up radio, engine temps and pressures. Golf Charlie Bravo, downwind, touch and go.
Golf Charlie Bravo, report final.
Golf Charlie Bravo. Direction is good. Nicely parallel to the runway. Altitude is pretty good. Radio call just been made. Hatches and harnesses.
Heavy med 7 to Alpha, just crossing south to north. And visual 1 downwind. Heavy med 7 to Alpha, thank you.
Airfield just coming up to 45 degrees behind. I'm picking part of the Trafford Centre. Good look out, round we go, still at 1,000 feet, medium level turn. Roll out onto my feature and get busy. Carburetor heat, 1500 RPM. Right, back pressure, are we in the white arc? Comfortably in the white arc. 2 stages of flaps. Looking for 70 knots. 70. Look out on the airfield.
Golf Alpha Kilo, report final 1 head. Golf Alpha Kilo.
Wind from the left, so I'll just gently turn onto final. 70 knots looking good. Now on the extended centre line, last stage of flaps, looking for 65 knots. Coming. Power. Golf Charlie Bravo final.
Golf Charlie Bravo, runway 26 right, London touch and go, your discretion, 210 knots.
Touch and go, 26 right, Golf Charlie Bravo. 210 at 9, so it's quite a big crosswind, virtually all of it crosswind. Now, airspeed, aiming point picture looks good, speed's good, airspeed, aiming point. There's my decision height, car beat goes away. Speed, aiming point, airspeed, aiming point, airspeed, aiming point, airspeed, airspeed's fantastic, picture looks good. Speed, aiming point, that was a little bit high in the end.
Radio, that's Helimed 72 Alpha, clear the ATZ to the north and heading to Manchester. Helimed 72 Alpha, ground information, that's copied, speak to you later, bye. Thanks, bye.
Golf Tango Oscar, ready for departure, contact 1 on base.
Golf Tango Oscar, roger, runway 26 right, take off your discretion, set wind 220, 9 minutes.
Roger, taking off, Golf Tango Oscar.
65 knots in the climb out. 300 feet flaps go away. And now looking for 80 knots. Always seems to be very nose down at that point in the Pier 28. There's 80 and trimming the lap. Climbing quite well with just me in it. There's 500 feet. Good look out. One on my wing. I think it's a helicopter. Round we go. More than 15 degrees angle of bank.
Alpha Kilo, final 26 right for a full stop. Alpha Kilo, runway 26 right.
Yeah, it was a heli up down way above him.
Alpha Kilo.
Helicopter Zulu, downwind, 500 feet.
Helicopter Echo Zulu, report final page,
Final exchange, thank you very much.
Attitude, power, and we need to turn downwind, so good look out, round we go. There's 2300 RPM.
Golf Tango Oscar, leaving the circuit to the west.
Golf Tango Oscar, roger, basic service.
Roger, basic service, Golf Tango Oscar.
Helicopter Zulu, final version 1.
Probably a little bit closer to the airfield than I wanted, so I'll just widen it a little. There we are, Adam.
And any chance of some fuel when we get back to the heliport?
If and we'll sort that for you.
Golf Charlie Bravo downwind to land.
Golf Charlie Bravo, roger, report final.
Golf Charlie Bravo. Brakes are off and we've got brake pressure, undercarriage is fixed, mixture is rich, fuel is on, fuel pump is on, radio is set, engine temps and pressures are good.
Aircraft just vacating the runway and you can route via Delta.
No sign of ice, direction is good, I can see we're parallel to the airfield, altitude is pretty good, don't need to make a radio call, hatches and harnesses, all good.
Off Kilo, roger, you missed the exit there, just continue straight ahead, make the next right onto the taxiway initially. Alpha Kilo. Sierra Juliet, downwind. Sierra Juliet, report final, one ahead. Visual Wilco, Sierra Juliet.
On information, Golf Charlie Charlie Delta X-ray request taxi for a local flight with information India, QNH1026 1PLB.
Cross Charlie Charlie Delta X-ray about information, readability 5, details correct. Squawk 7365, taxi cross runway 32 to hold Alpha 3.
Squawk 7365, cross 32 to Alpha 3, Golf Delta X-ray.
Golf Alpha Kilo, cross runway 02, taxi to Park.
Cross 02, taxi to Park, Golf Alpha Kilo.
Here we go, carburetor heat, 1500 RPM. Back pressure, are we in the white arc? We certainly are, 2 stages of flaps. And looking for pitch for 70 knots. Airfield in 2 o'clock. We're down at about 500 feet a minute, tiny bit slow. Pitch for 70. Just about to turn onto the centre line, ship canal coming up. Wind wasn't as pronounced as I thought, so I'm turning now onto the centre line. 70 knots looks good. 1500 RPM. Seems to be working quite nicely. Speed's good, just coming onto the centre line. Nicely on the centre line. Last stage of flaps, pitching for 65 knots and trimming. Golf Charlie Bravo final.
Golf Charlie Bravo, runway 26 right, land door touch and go discretion 2005 knots.
Golf Charlie Bravo. Speed, aiming point, picture looks very nice. Speed's a tiny bit fast. Speed, aiming point. That. Speed, trimming, picture looks good. Airspeed, aiming point, airspeed, aiming point, airspeed, aiming point. Speed's perfect, 65, picture looks good. Bringing the power back a little. Liner all the way down. Airspeed, aiming point, airspeed, point. Don't let it touch the ground. Now here we go. Looking at the far end of the airfield, just not allowed to touch the ground, pulling back, back and back some more. And the control column fully off there, get rid of some flaps. Nice gentle braking. Runway in case somebody needs it.
Juliet, final touch and go. Golf Juliet, runway 26 right, touch and go your discretion 190 degrees at 4 knots. Golf Juliet.
Going to stop for my after landing check, so bring it to a halt, facing the threat. 1200 RPM. Brakes on, and let's use the checklist for the after landings. After landings, flaps up, on it, trims neutral. Your pump can go off, switch off unnecessary radio navigation aids. Well, there's not much off. We're done. Thanks, Ian.
Station calling back to information. I believe that was helicopter Golf November India Kilo Lima. Your transmission was broken, say again.
Helicopter November India Kilo Lima at fuel pumps 2 on board, request engine start reposition to the heliport.
Helicopter Kilo Lima, roger, start approved, report ready to lift.
Starting and report ready, helicopter Kilo Lima.
Golf Charlie Bravo, cross runway 02, taxi to park, all fuel.
Cross runway 02, taxi to park, Golf Charlie Bravo. So good luck, it's active runway.
ready for departure. Scottsdale to X-ray, runway 26 right, surface wind 190 degrees, 5 knots, take off at your discretion. Taking off, Scottsdale to X-ray. Sierra Juliet, Delta. Go Sierra Juliet, no reported traffic ahead, report final. Go Sierra Juliet.
And checklist for the rundown. Rundown checks, brakes on. 1200 RPM, mag check. Stop, no stop. Both. Stop, no stop. Back to both. Beacon leave on. Radio and nav aids all off. Double check. Fuel recheck electric pump off. T's and P's and suction all good. Mixture lean to idle cut off.